Welcome to the Dental Practice Fixers. I am Dr. David Maddow, along with my brother
and co-host and cohort, Dr. Richard Maddow. Welcome everyone to the Dental Practice Fixers podcast. Now, on the day this podcast is supposed to be released, we will be speaking at the Rocky Mountain Dental Convention in Denver. So if you're there, great to see you. If you're not, try to come out to one of our seminars and visit us. Dave, where are we going to be coming up in the next few weeks or months? A lot of cool places. And today we're in Denver.
I know we're going to be in Charlotte, which I think we'll talk a little bit about that in a second anyway. Yeah. We're going to be, I think, in Houston coming up.
Houston, right. Star of the South. That's a great meeting.
Right.
I think those are the most recent.
Rich, do you remember, speaking of going to Denver, and we're speaking in Denver, as you're listening to this now, we are probably speaking in Denver. But Rich, last time a few years ago, we were speaking in Denver. Do you remember what happened to us?
What happened in Denver? Last time we spoke in Denver was a few years ago. I remember there was a snowstorm. It wasn't in Denver, though. We both had either flights that connected in or that were diverted to Kansas City.
Right.
And we were stuck in Kansas City for like 4 days.
We couldn't, because we couldn't get any further east. That was like the easternmost we could get to by plane. So we were stuck there for like several nights. Definitely several nights. I remember that in KC.
It was fun. We visited the Anton brothers. I remember I ate a lot of good barbecue. I don't think you were eating meat at the time. I don't know if you still are or not, but I stranded you and had some great barbecue in KC.
You did. I think
we had a lot of fun together.
I was hanging out. I went to see some dental offices. I saw Dr. Buzard's dental office. Like, who else was trying to? Whole bunch of them. There were like so many superstars there. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, KC's a cool place.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit like Baltimore in a way, kind of maybe underrated or unheralded city that's actually a great place to visit. I've had a lot of fun in KC over the years. So yeah, but anyway, hopefully we won't get stranded this year.
Hopefully not. Well, we can't. Well, we have stuff we got to do back in Maryland, so I hope we don't get stranded.
We absolutely cannot get stranded. So again, come out and see us. Go to maddow.com, check our lecture schedule. We have a lot of fun during our live presentations. Dave and I both present a full day's worth of material, but we also have time to, do a little Q&A with the crowd and meet some people that have, have been listening to our podcast or watching our stuff for years. It's always a lot of fun, and we hang around and shoot the breeze and have a good old time.
Absolutely, yeah. So, Rich, I know we have 2 really good calls today. But wait, all of our calls are good.
Some are gooder than others.
We're trying to get to the point where we have like a smooth call, and the person on the other line does everything perfectly. We can say, "Wow, she or he, she got an A. She passed. This was the best call ever." But it just hasn't happened in ages for some reason.
Well, okay. Along those lines, let's start with the call today. This is a call where a doctor actually sent us an email and requested that we call his office. So things must have gone well then, because he was all ready. He had his team all prepared for this call. Let's see what happened.
To ensure the highest level of customer care, this call may be recorded. Please hold while we connect your call.
Now, that's going to be good if they're recording their calls.
This is Maria. How can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to know how much it would cost for the checkup and the cleaning.
Okay. Have you been in our office before?
No.
Okay. So, when would you like to come in?
Well, first I want to know how much it costs for a checkup and a cleaning.
A checkup and a cleaning would be... Give me 1 second.
Sure.
I was doing kind of the weird voice because I suspected this office listens to our podcast. So I think now she's going to get the closer. Coffee is for closers.
Was the weird voice like very soft intentionally? That was like the weird voice, right?
No, I think that might have been a recording failure.
I thought maybe like you make it a little softer and there's no way she's going to recognize it.
Right. Just lower the decibels a little bit.
Are we still on hold though? We're waiting for her, right?
We're on hold. They're playing like a...
My name is Delia. I'll be able to help you out from here. So you haven't been in our office before?
Right.
Okay. So we do have a special. It's for $59, but that is in the event that you do not have any gum disease or bone loss, and that would be once the doctor evaluates your x-rays.
So if I do have any gum disease or I don't know, what was that other gum disease or
And bone loss,
Bone
it all
loss.
depends if you had deep cleaning in the past. And then if you haven't, if you need a deep cleaning, it would be a different price. Or if you already had the deep cleaning, then they recommend the periodontal maintenance.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, have you been recommended with the deep cleaning in the past?
I've had different kinds of cleanings in the past, but I don't know.
And when was the last time you had your last cleaning?
Oh, probably about a year and a half ago.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so what we could do, we could go ahead and schedule an evaluation appointment for you, and then the doctor could go ahead. Once we take the X-ray, the doctor will be able to let you know to see if you're a candidate for just the regular cleaning or if you needed a deep cleaning.
I'm not sure about all that. Okay, I appreciate it. I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Okay, no problem. Have a great day.
Oh, you too. Thank you so much. Okay,
Sorry?
thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. That's a bye for sure. I think that, you know that I always have pet peeves about these things, but I loved it when she said, when was the last time you had your last cleaning? But that's the least of the problems, right?
Yeah, that whole thing just was crazy as far as I was concerned. I mean, she said, okay, they had a special. Was it $59 for like a new patient?
$59. That was on their website, and I made a mental note of that before I called. It was, I think, on the website it said examination and cleaning. I'm not positive, but I think that's what it said.
But then
it might have said examination, X-rays, and cleaning.
But then when you come in, if you're not going to know this until you come in, but then if you come in, if you've got like certain things going on with gum disease or bone loss, then they have the right to like jack it way up. And I mean, this is from a patient's point of view. We know the story, but from a patient's point of view, well, there's so many unknowns here, and they say it's 59, but when I get in there, if this happens and this happens, it's going to be like 559 maybe.
Right. And then to make it worse, when she was trying to explain that, and we'll get to that in a second, she started throwing in all these clinical terms, like, well, if you've had gum disease or bone loss, and most patients have no idea what that means. Then she said, well, if you had a deep cleaning in the past, then what you need is a periodontal maintenance. I'm like, what the heck are you even talking about? I can't wait to hang up on this call. So she was making it very unattractive, as you said. Depending on the patient's recollection and or diagnosis, which is never correct, just confusing the hell out of me.
And she was the closer.
She was the closer.
She was like the superstar.
Yep.
I hate to see if we had like the pinch hitter or
If they brought Shelley in there, you'd hate to see what happened.
Shelley.
I think that was the name of the salesman in Glengarry Glen Ross that was just like totally beaten down. His name was Shelley Levine. Great movie if no one's if you guys and gals haven't seen that. It's all about sales. But yeah, so she did a lot of things wrong. Here's the thing that I wanted to bring up, and that is, what do you do if you have a new patient special, which we're certainly not opposed to? I'm a big fan of them, Dave. I don't know if you are also, but I think you are. Patient doesn't have insurance? Yeah, sure. Let's have a new patient special. And the new patient special, you can do exam and X-rays, but most people want a cleaning. So the typical new patient cleaning is exam, X-rays, and a cleaning.
Right.
So then what do you do if the patient signs up for the new patient special and they come in and they're just a total muck mouth?
Yeah, you have to take it. Look, the most important thing is to get them in the office, get them in. But then it's going to be up to you. If they come in, they've like a class 3 perio and teeth are like waving in the breeze. You have to explain it to them. You should have
right. But my feeling is, if that's the case, you should do, as your exam, X-rays and cleaning, like a gross debridement or whatever you want to call it. Just Cavitron the living shit out of them, and that's their cleaning. That's the cleaning. And they're going to feel a lot better. But then, of course, it's your responsibility to the patient to explain to them, yes, we did this. I wouldn't use the word gross because that has different connotations. We did this surface cleaning for you because with your gum conditions, that's the best we could do today. Now let's talk about blah 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 blah, and that way they don't feel baited and switched because they got, and look, some people we know will consider that to be their cleaning and you're never going to see them again. Right. As long as you do your ethical duty, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Right. I mean, the last thing you ever want to do is get into a discussion like that on the phone, like, oh yeah, it's $59, but if you've got blank, then it's going to be, it's a no-win. Get them in the office is the most important thing. We say this every show.
But then the point I wanted to make was, if you're doing this special and you get them in the office and you do the exam, and then you say to them, well, we can't do a cleaning on you because you've got periodontal disease and we need to do the scaling and root planing, blah, blah, blah. It takes 4 appointments. It's $2,400. Well, then they're going to feel baited and switch. So I think if you're going to do the special, then you need to do like a gross debridement or something along those lines.
Yes and no.
And then you do a better exam that way anyway, once all that crap's removed.
Yeah, for sure. Yes and no. But if you've got a good intraoral camera and you show them like all the crap that's all over their teeth and bleeding and pus, they're going to see that something's going on that's not normal, and you can't just clean them. I mean, I think they're going to see that.
You can Cavitron them, and that's going to be your first step anyway. If the patient, you're going to do that first anyway. So you can make the argument, well, the fee for that's higher than the fee for a pro fee. Let's think long term. This patient came in. Let's give them what they asked for. Don't do anything unethical, but also don't feel like a bait and switch factory. You want to get back to the call for a second, though?
A bait and switch. Get back to the call?
A bait and switch factory. Yeah, you didn't give them a grade yet. I know you're the big grader around here.
I think I'm totally going to pass fail, and I'm going to get. They failed. They failed. She failed. I'm sorry.
I'm going to have to agree. And thank you so much, doctor, for contacting us and saying, please call my office. If you're out there listening, we'd be glad to do the same for you. And maybe you'll pass. It's possible.
We want to have people pass, because when people start passing, that means I think we're getting the word out to the dental community that, hey, look, you've got to do something differently. So I think you and I are going to take full credit if we start making calls and let's say 25% of them now start passing. We're taking credit, because right now, I'll tell you something, 99.9% are not passing. So I'm not giving somebody like Dr. G or anybody like that's Institute any credit, because they're not doing the job. They're not doing it's up to us to fix this whole thing, Rich. It's up to us.
So you're saying that if people aren't passing, we're failing.
I'll tell you something. Yes.
So we're getting an F. We get an F.
Because we have not gotten the word out to the dental community enough yet to make a difference. Now, I think we need to do that. I think
like a failure.
I think the time's going to come, though. I think a year from now, when we're making these calls, I mean, God, if we got 25% that say it was great, you passed, then we're going to take all the credit for that.
Okay, you got to have a goal, and our goal is that sometime towards the beginning of the year 2021 or 2021, our pass rate will be 25%.
I'd love that. I would love nothing more than that.
I'm in.
And we get the credit. None of these other half-assed institutes are going to take the credit.
I'm willing to share the credit. It's a group effort. We're all in this together. Abundance.
No, well, abundance, yes, but right now, nobody's making a dent. Except we have the opportunity to do it, because nobody's fixing it.
Just Sally.
But us. Okay, so we got another call coming up.
Another call. Hey, real quickly, before the next call, just want to remind you that there's some really, really great data points that you should know about your practice. And I'm not just talking, and these are important too, I'm not just talking about production, collection, new patients per day, new patients per month. Sure, those are important. But how about things like, out of the dollar value presented as treatment, what dollar value is accepted? That's a really cool data point. How about a data point like, how many patients left your practice yesterday without a scheduled hygiene appointment? Getting to some fairly sophisticated stuff here. Well, we would love to do a really cool data analysis for your practice. We call it our 3-minute practice discovery, because it takes 3 minutes of your time. All kinds of great data we will find for you. We'll let you know what it is. We'll help you analyze it, see where your practice is, where you're going, where you need to go, all that great stuff. I'm not going to say much more about it here. Just go to matto.com/3 minutes. And 3 is the digit 3. matto.com/3 minutes. 3 is the digit 3. Don't spell it out. You'll see how easy it is. We'll get you hooked up with your 3-minute practice discovery, and you are going to learn some really interesting things about your practice, including what you're doing really well. A lot of people think, they just want to tell me what I'm doing badly. No, let's figure out and see what you're doing really well too, because that's super cool. So let us know. We're here for you.
Also, Rich, I think you said earlier in the show that as this is being released today, we're speaking in Denver. which means, no, actually, we spoke yesterday because we speak in Denver on Thursday, I think. This is coming out on a Friday, but it's
travel
okay.
day.
But that means tomorrow, if you're listening to this as soon as it comes out, if you're listening to this Dico, then that's a term that Rich and I used to use back in the old days when a new album would come out. We'd say, I'm going to get that Dico day it comes out, DICO, the day it comes out. But if you're listening,
that's a acronym.
If you're listening to this Dico, which we hope you are, because that means you're like one of our biggest fans, Dico, that means tomorrow, Saturday, we're actually doing one of our master classes at the Maddow Center for Dental Practice Success in Baltimore, Maryland. Now, if it's Friday, and let's say you're kind of close by, check us out. Give us a call and see if we have an opening. These things pretty much always sell out. We limit it to 8 to 12 docs. But on outside chance that we can get you in, let us know if you want to come to Baltimore. Now, the other thing is we've got one coming up, a masterclass, which, by the way, is probably one of the most valuable days you can ever spend in dentistry. It's a great day hanging out with me, with Rich, with our coaching team, with our team. We brainstorm, we mastermind, we share with you how we can help you take your practice to that level that maybe you've just not been able to get to yet. But we do have one. We're going to be doing, Rich, we're going to be on the road a little bit for our masterclass. We've got one coming up in Charlotte, North Carolina.
I'm psyched.
Same on Saturday, March 14th. Charlotte, North Carolina. So the best way to check our schedule, our up-to-date schedule, is to go to masterclass.maddow, M-A-D-O-W, masterclass.maddow.com. Check it out. We would absolutely love to see you. But not only would we love to see you, we really would be honored to be able to help you get to that level where you just really maybe have not been able to get to yet with your practice and your life. Check it out.
All right.
We'd love to hang with you there.
See you there.
Now,
let's do the next call.
Yeah, we got another call coming. Okay, you ready for this one?
Ready.
This is Alina. How can I help you?
Hi, Alina. My wife and 3 sons just moved back into the area with me, and we're all going to be looking for a dentist very soon. But I had a question for you also. Do you all do do you do orthodontia?
Yes, we do. We do limited orthodontics. So Dr. Whiting, he is able to fix like the alignment of the teeth. Unfortunately, we don't fix the bite, though.
Okay. So the alignment means, is that like, what does that mean? Like, what's the difference between the alignment and the bite? Maybe I don't understand.
Yeah, of course. So if some patient has like an overbite or an underbite, Dr. Whiting, he'd be able to fix a little bit of it, but not all the way. But he's able to fix like how to straighten the teeth mostly. Straighten the teeth,
okay. Yeah. So does he put like the full what do you call those things, like those metal things on the teeth, the braces or the bracket? He does that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. Is he in any kind of age limit there, or just anybody? Does it for anybody?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
Is there any kind of age limit, or does he do it for adults and children, or just children?
He does it for both adults and children.
Great. Okay, well, thank you so much. I appreciate the information there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great. Okay, great. Thanks so much. Bye. Bye.
Did you say you had 3 sons? I had a little bit trouble hearing there at the beginning. 3 sons. So, okay, Robbie, Chip, and Ernie. Robbie, 5 people.
So my wife, I didn't even know if she understood that. My wife and 3 sons just moved back into town.
You're over-modulating a little bit.
Okay.
Hey,
Is that better now?
It's a little better. Thanks, listeners, for being so patient. Little volume issue with the call.
My wife and 3 sons just moved back into town. We're all going to be looking for a new dentist. That's 5 people.
5 persons.
5 persons. But now that what I did, I used the distraction technique. I mean, so I just kind of changed the subject a little. So she kind of forgot about the fact that it's a brand new family of 5 that could be coming in. I distracted her a little bit with a side question and totally messed up the whole thing.
Yeah, but then she distracted you by started talking about, we fixed the alignment, but not the bite. Like, come on, man. Yes, we do orthodontics. We don't do all cases, but we do many. Come on in and let's take a look. Boom. Let's get you in here.
Totally right. Yeah,
Alignment and bite. Then, well, if you have an overbite or an underbite or a crossbite or cross-eyed Mary, I mean, what the heck is she talking about?
I like the underbite. I got a little bit of underbite here.
Okay, overbite.
But again, it gets back, Rich. It gets back to the point that okay, very simple point is I've got a potential family of 5 that's looking for a dentist. Okay, I mean, how many dental offices out there would love to get?
I want you to be my dentist.
Exactly, a brand new family of 5.
Yeah,
but then
she totally lost the flow, got her off topic, gave a crap answer anyway because she's getting way too technical, and then never comes back to the fact that yes, I'd be glad to make appointments for you and your other 4 people.
Right. So I think if we're giving a lesson, it's the same lesson every single time. Get them in the appointment book. Get them in.
Yeah, keep your eye on the ball. Like, to use a basketball term, she was looking elsewhere on the court, and then the pass got thrown right to her, and she wasn't ready for it.
Right, and it was pretty much, if you want to bring softball into it or baseball, it was pretty much we threw her softball. I mean, family of 5 just moved back into town.
And if you want to bring hockey into it, it was a field goal. I mean, if you want to bring tennis into it, it was a chip shot, I think.
I don't know. I got a little tennis elbow. I'm not sure.
I have some tennis perio.
If you want to bring chess into it, it was like I think we got caught in the sand trap.
Exactly.
But whatever happened,
happened, she gets an F.
She gets a failing grade from me too. I'm very sorry, ma'am. You were so nice.
She seemed super nice.
You were super nice, but you get a failing grade. I'm so sorry. And
you can be nice and still make the appointment. Let's not forget that.
Exactly right.
All right. Well, there you go. Again, sometimes these are a little amusing, but we really, really, really hope it's a learning process for everyone. So let's keep learning, and let us know if you want us to call your practice, and maybe you will pass.
Rich, I think I'm going to say on the next episode we do, I want to have 2 passing. Okay, I'm not going to get greedy. I want to have 1 passing grade. On the very next episode. Let's see if we can do it. Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly.
Let's see what happens. Until then, thanks for being a part of the Dental Practice Fixers. I'm Dr. Richard Maddow.
Dr. David Maddow right here, and we will see you next time.